Hello everybody, this is Tyler, the Field Training Officer from Mount Shasta Ambulance Service. Today we're going to be going over the control module in Medic 6.5 as far as controlling emergency lights and exterior and interior lights. So when we first get in the rig and turn it on, the screen will power up. And this will be your home screen. On the home screen you have your emergency lights, you have your horn, you have your camera, you have your backup alarm, and you have your message button. So the message button here is if you have a warning that is causing a beep, we can push this message button and disable that warning. If we need to activate code 3 lights, all we need to do is come down here and push this emergency button. If for whatever reason we need to disable part of the code 3 lights, we would select with any of these 4 buttons on the side. You shouldn't really ever have a need for that. As far as controlling the the siren with the horn, you can activate and deactivate it with this button. If you want to look at the camera, you can hit this button. And if for whatever reason you feel you need to disable the backup alarm, you have to put the ambulance into reverse. The camera screen will come up. You can just push any of these buttons, click backup alarm, and it will disable it. And then you can go right back to your camera. For the exterior lights, we have our left scene, right scene, or rear scene, right scene, and backlight dimmer. The backlight dimmer changes the backlight of your control panel. So during the day, if you need more light, or during night, if you need less light, you can dim and make this brighter. Next, we'll have interior lighting. For the interior lighting, we have to make sure the module switch is turned on. So all of the buttons that are functional will light up green. If they are blue, we do not have the module on, and we need to make sure that is on. So again, we can control the rear lights in the back. We have our left dome and our right dome. The next one, we have the rear climate. We can adjust the temperature in the back, so we can either make it cooler or warmer. The temperature on the left hand side is the temperature that you have the climate control set to. The temperature on the right is the current temperature of the box in the back. If you want to change the mode, you'll push this button right here. So currently it is off. We can switch it to auto, heat, air conditioning, or off. The next button on here is the system button. Shouldn't really need to go in here. If for whatever reason an error does pop up on the code or on the screen, you can come down here to faults, and it will tell you what faults it is detecting. As you can see right now, there are no faults detected. To get back to the home screen, we'll come over to either interior or exterior lighting. You can see the button here that says home screen. We'll just push that and we'll be back to our home screen. As you can see right now, we're in primary mode with all of our code 3s on. Come down here, push the emergency button, and it will shut all that off. Alright, in the back of the ambulance, we have the same type of module setup, however the buttons are a little bit different. So the first button we have here is the exhaust vent button. If we push that, it will turn on our exhaust fan. Big thing to make sure is, again, make sure our module is on. So, exhaust vent, sure you can hear that in the background. Exterior lighting, we can control the oxygen compartment light. Again, we have our scene light controls, and we can dim the control panel or make it brighter. If for whatever reason we again have an oxygen warning, we have to come back here separately and push the message button. If that oxygen warning goes off, it means that we should probably be changing the oxygen tanks, so just be aware of that. Interior lighting, again, we have cabinet med lights, which will turn on some lights inside the cabinet so you can see your equipment at night. A countdown timer, if you need a timer for if you're doing a code or you want to keep track of medications given. O2 bypass screen hold, we don't need to worry about that. Again, your left and right dome, and then our inverter on and off switch. Rear climate, exactly the same as up front. Warmer, cooler, what mode, and fan speed. And then again, we have system, we can check any faults that we may have back here on this screen. Shut the module off, and again, everything will shut off. Be sure the module switch is on, or else nothing back here will work. So if we look at this panel as well, you'll see that there's a suction button. That button does not turn on our suction. To turn on the suction, we come down here and we have our suction unit. We have this green button that we will push, turn it on, push again to shut it off. It does have a cover on it, so if you come down here and you notice that you can't push it, it is because the cover is on. You have to flip the cover up and get the button. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to get a hold of myself or Brian. Again, if you have any questions, please let us know. Thanks.